guys. In case you guys do not know about Flawless, Realized, Fender, and Diabolic, these are 4 incredibly talented players, and the 4 of them together really is something that a lot of teams should look out for. You may not know them right now because they're not competing currently in the MLG COD League, but this is a squad that is very, very capable of being there. If you don't know Sender by now, you have a problem. But Flawless as well is another guy that I got to highlight. Right now, he's 4-0. His job, watch the middle of the map, see if anyone's going to be pushing across. So he's a little boring right now. So we're going to actually leave him for the time being and hop over to my boy Sender, who's navigating over by red.
Well, Sender's going to be doing something very, very similar here. He's got one gunfight. Oh, Clayster makes him pay. But, when you're holding down red, your main job is to do the exact same thing that Flawless is doing mid-map. So this is finally the OpTic Gaming push. They had one guy come underneath, hit a flank, and now they're trying to gain B.
Yep, now, Diabolic is going to get cleaned up, though. Sender's going to get taken out as well. Now it's going to be all up to Flawless. Flawless finding one, going for the second. Try to pre-fire right around that corner there, bottom beard. Not going to connect with anything on that one. Diabolic with a clean up there on Proofy as well. But B control has gone to OpTic Gaming. Score right now, 31-23. Still very early in this matchup. The pressure certainly on as Clayster's going to push up on Flawless there. Diabolic gets cleaned up as well. We haven't really seen much out of Diabolic, but when I talked to Sender, he said, he was like, Alex, you want to look at Diabolic. And, I know he's a great player. He's capable of everything. But when you look at the 4 players on OpTic Gaming, I mean,
they're getting just demolished right now. You might as well just go on OpTic Game.
Yeah, they're getting pressed hard here. So let's see if Sender's going to be able to do anything about that. But he's not proof. He's going to be by himself alongside with Nadeshot here. Nadeshot actually going to be pushing around the outside. He's going to get taken out. They are losing C now, so that is going to go neutral. But VVV needs to get a flag here, as 1 point will be accrued for OpTic Gaming, none for VVV at this time.
Oh, man. OpTic Gaming's in a world of trouble here. They have C neutralized. Luckily, they still have B, but they've been trying to work on A. They just need to just throw bodies at because no one wants to rotate all the way back, but they have this guy in the back just being annoying and head glitching, so someone had to pick him off. But this is a big battle right here.
Yeah, that's right. Nadeshot's actually going to get cleaned up. Clayster's going to get dropped as well. Scump hanging out in the mid. He gets taken out Proofy by himself after he manages to cap A. Finding one, trying to go for the double. One right behind. He does get him as well, and that's going to be a double kill for Proof. 10-4, the new addition to OpTic Gaming, definitely showing why he's one of the best in the game.
Well, this is the thing I loved about Proof, too, because everyone was like, oh, how's he going to fit on this team? He doesn't do any of the objective, but even on FaZe, he was still averaging about 3 caps per game, and he's already hit that right here in this game number 1. So Proof seems to be gelling fine.
Yeah, and I think the other thing about Proof as well is, and it goes the same for all 4 of these guys. When they're comfortable, when they feel like, there's just nothing that will stop them, they will, play really well. I mean, look at Nadeshot. Nadeshot, he's a player that, and that's a great double kill there for Nadeshot. He is going to get cleaned up, though. But, you just got to highlight Nadeshot. When he picked up Clayster, you just knew that was the beginning of a team that can be a force in this scene just with the pick up of Clayster alone. And then, with Scumpy there finding that driving, and it's really just been a brand new OpTic Gaming roster, one we haven't seen, I would reckon to say, since the beginning of MW3.
Really? You're going to go that far back? I mean...
Well, it was a completely different roster.
Oh, yeah.
But
you're talking about, I guess,
talking about that drive.
Gun skill?
Yeah, you're talking about that drive that they have yet again. So,
Makes sense. I'm with it.
I'm just trying.
No, I get it, man.
I'm just trying to bust out some history here, guys. You know what I mean? This is what I do.
Hey, man, everyone's got their own thing. You got to do it. Have you noticed how so many people are running vectors these days? A lot of people don't even run it with a red dot anymore, which I don't know if that's because of the update or whatnot, but 4 vectors is a thing. As Nadeshot just defiles that guy.
Yeah, and Scump here finding another one right by bottom fire. Clayster should be anticipating a player pushing out through the mid, and his teammate, though, for that pickup. Proofy with a triple there. He's 17-7. He's working on a 3-point streak. That triple gave him that, and he's going to find another one right on the left side. That's going to be 4 of a hole, but he can't follow it through with that 5th kill. But needless to say, though, with 5 seconds remaining, the damage has certainly been done with a score at 59-85. OpTic Gaming looking great.
I forgot all about the fact that OpTic Gaming is like one of the best domination teams in this game right now. They were sitting there, they were playing OpTic Gaming Nation, and the first series, I think it was like 6-5, and then they were like, you know what, let's just run DOMs. And it was like a quick 4-0.
Yeah.
Quick 4-0. So Taking a look here, Proofy being an absolute savage at 18-8. That's how you want to start off today.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you know, Realize actually struggling quite a bit. He was 5-13, so not a player that I would have expected to see at that point.
No,
but I expect him to answer back though in this second half.
We'll see. I mean, Realize definitely has a lot to prove. You know, he was on Cursed Youth. He wasn't able to get a COD champs.
Yeah.
And all those players who I feel like kind of got knocked by the age are trying to say, listen, we deserve to be there.
Yeah.
You know, even though people forgot about us, like we're still here to play, but
that's true. That's
you got to show up. You have to show up. I mean, VVV has a lot to prove. I think every team who's not in the MLG Season 2 League has a lot to prove here this weekend, going against these juggernauts.
That's right. That's right. And you know, bear in mind too. I mean, these guys have not since the actual, like, you know.
You really use the calculator for that?
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Why you had to blow up my spot? That's just that.
I thought you were taking a note on your phone.
I am taking a note. I'm taking notes here. You see me with the pen. I'm writing things down.
You're so astute.
I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like, geez, you know, like, come on. No, but seriously, looking at VVV and you look at, like, you know, just realize, like, even methods, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't much for them to play for throughout that time besides the league. And I mean, no champs means no attention. But they're still here, you know, and let's see what Realize is going to do, because he struggled. Again, 5-13 on that last one. And Proof, on the other hand, went 17-7, I believe. Like, if Proof has another performance like that again.
Or so, I think it was 18-8.
Probably.
I mean, it's 17-7, 18-8. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it basically, if they end up doing the same thing again, I mean, if Proof ends up doing it again, it's going to be disgusting.
Well, it's going to be tough here because, you know, VVV, they're down by 26 points. So they're looking at holding the 2-cap for, you know, at least a minute and a half to really get back into this one, and they have to rely on winning those gun battles mid-map. And OpTic Gaming's got a lot of gunfire now. You know, they can shoot.
Yeah, they can. They have that. You know, that was always something that was lacking. You know, just that presence with the gun skill, and now OpTic Gaming certainly has that. The confidence is there for this team. Proof already getting off to a great start.
He's a monster.
Yeah, yep. And there goes actually Nadeshot, who no, I was actually Scump who flanked around, but Diabolic finding one, and he is going to get taken out bottom. Beer now going over to Flawless. They know that B is going to be taken. And let's see what's going on here, because we got actually 2 members of VVV pushing up, and that's going to be a big win there for Realize, but he is going to get taken out. Diabolic, on the other hand, will be there for the assistance. Let's see how OpTic Gaming plays that, but no, and a nade there from Flawless up top.
Oh, God, Flawless just got devoured by Clay.
That is not good. That is not good. But you know what, though? Needless to say, it seems like it was not going to be a double kill there. Let's jump over to OpTic Gaming now and see what's going on. Proofy by himself, last person standing. There's going to be 2 members of the VVV squad on B. Shots going through, but not going to happen, as Scump and Nade, as well as Clay, off the respawn, working their way right down that mid lane. They're not able to connect with anything, though. They do know that actually players are going to be pushing out. That's just time you're going to expect these guys to kind of rush their way out toward crates, but they're now winning their gunfights, and this is dangerous if OpTic Gaming doesn't respond.
Well, they have to be careful because VVV, as soon as you look at your minimap here, Sender is on A, and basically as soon as you get B control, what you want to do is you want to send your team into B because it forces them to spawn back white, and then it's just easy pickings. You got to win 1 gunfight, and then you have a tri-cap.
Yeah. Well, let's see if, and it seems like OpTic Gaming is just trying to see if they can get pre-fires around the corner, but they know that there's just going to be so much pressure around, like you had mentioned before. You just send those guys over, and this has just been working out for them in spades. They've been able to hold it for a decent amount of time here. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Remember, they're dealing with a plus 26 deficit, so they have to come back from quite a bit. Scump winning that gun battle there. 1 player for VVV in the vicinity, and that's going to be Diabolic, but he is going to get taken out by Proof.
Yep, and just like this, you know, we're going to see Clayson just go ahead and make the heads-up play, switch to the sub, and he says, you know what, we need more pressure on the map. We're getting 2 caps. We have to get mid-map. So he has to force those gunfights. He can't sit back and basically have his iron boots on. Yeah,
and Proofy able to save that one from getting a little bit too dangerous there. They are going to be down by a considerable amount here in this second half. Remember that plus 26 lead looming over, and OpTic Gaming needs to find a way to respond back. Luckily, they have some kind of control bottom beer, you know.
How is that guy not dead?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the internet, which is not the internet, but
no, it's the internet.
It's always the internet. Worst case scenario, just blame connection. That's what Benson does all the time when we play, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, he also calls himself the Red Panda.
Yeah, well.
Case closed.
Yeah, don't hate on my Red Panda, bro. All right,
it's already done.
We miss you, Ben.
That ship has sailed.
So now it seems like OpTic Gaming has fought their way out, or at the very least, Proofy has fought his way out right now. And let's see if he's going to be able to make anything happen here. There is going to be one member of VVV actually hanging out in the back of the base. He gets cleaned up by Scump.
This is scary.
This is its chance.
This is almost a tie game right now. Proof has to acquire this flag. And as you look at the minimap here, you see VVV's kind of on different pages here. There's going to be a one-on-one gunfight with Proofy, and then there's going to be guys just kind of in the middle of the map. OpTic Gaming actually somehow came out on top with this, but they lose the gunfights mid-map.
Yep, and Proofy now making his presence felt over by Owens, bottom Owens here. He knows that one player is going to be looming around. See, that's going to be Diabolic, and Proofy with the cleanup there. They do manage to get it back, but Proofy's going to be right back on that objective. They're losing B control as well, and they do manage to stop that. At the very least, Proofy, I'm staying with him because I want to see how he continues to play this. I mean, he has just been an absolute pain in the neck in the back of the base. Single-handedly is keeping OpTic Gaming in this matchup. Yeah,
Proofy is just slaying here, and that's huge right now because if you look at the score, technically they're losing by 4 points.
Yep.
OpTic Gaming has to get a 2-cap here. It's the last 25 seconds. They need a 2-cap right now, and now we're going to see them actually push on the B flag, and bodies are just being thrown at B. Finally, Clayster and Nadeshot are going to hop on it.
Yeah, that's right. With only 18 seconds left on the clock, 84-55 here. Proofy and crew just going to continue to hold this one out. 13 seconds left on the clock there. Once again, guys, 85-57. That's going to be a 28-point game there, so it seems like 2 points for VVV Gaming. 87-61, time dwindles down, and that is going to do it, as it's going to be a tied game.
Are we sure? Yeah, tie game. Replay.
What is life?
You know, I want to just start off things in the morning like kosher. Like,
yeah,
OpTic maybe wins both sides, and it's easy math.
Yeah.
Can we replay the whole thing?
You know, I'm just going to get clarification from my ref to make sure.
Excuse me, Flo?
Excuse me for my, as Ben says, my maths suck. So I'm just going to take a quick break and figure this situation out. But as it stands, game 1 of our day 2 here at UGC Niagara Elgato 20K is a tie.
Someone won.
Someone won, or maybe no one won. We'll see you guys in just a bit. We have the return game 1 coming up after this.
Are you tired of paying huge amounts for tournaments? For just $5.99, you have unlimited chances with UMG Prime to win thousands, from cash to sponsored products and even 100% payout tournaments. Of course, Prime offers all the usual perks like faster support, faster eligibility, double XP, and match escalation. Wager matches are also one of the most popular aspects of UMG Online, and Prime makes this amazing feature completely fee-free with no limitations. When you put it all together, it really is a no-brainer. So what are you waiting for? Go to umggaming.com/Prime membership, get your Prime, and start playing for cash today.
Everyone. That's impressive.
Oh, wow.
Hi, friends.
Hi. Welcome, everyone.
UMG Online. If you don't do it, I'm going to kick you in the nuts.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That was a little abrupt, you know?
That's what I did.
Swift one right to the
Yep.
midsection there?
Yep, right there. Right in between the legs.
Okay, I respect
I
that,
told
guys.
you I was going to throw you a curveball.
You actually did, and I have no idea how to respond. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to check out UMG Online yet, please do so. It's awesome. UMGgaming.com. I love it. It's great.
Good job.
Wager matches are
What's
I'm going to say what the cool kids say, the bomb diggity.
What? Okay. This isn't 1973.
They say that, right?
No.
No one says that?
Maybe people from the Sandlot.
Listen. All right, I don't even know when's the last time I was streets ahead. I have no idea. So if you watch Community, you know that reference.
You know,
just saying.
I've been trying to get into that show, but I've yet to watch it.
Well,
I need to get into Parks and Rec too.
You do.
Yeah,
But that's a conversation off stream. Let's talk about this though. Tied game, 26-26. It's time to start this one off. Crowded. Are you guys excited? We got a tie game for game number 1. Let's hear some claps. Are you guys excited? There you go. I was like, yes, please, clap, clap. Let's go ahead and jump into the action. It's now time. VVV Gaming, OpTic Gaming, facing off against one another. Game 1 repeat. It was plus 26 first half in favor of OpTic Gaming, plus 26 the second half in favor of VVV. Let's see now as we stick with Nade's shot here. America's favorite gamer, as he's going to have one player contesting that when he gets taken off on the left side. Placer by himself now has to be wary of this because he did manage to clear that one guy that was going to be on the right, but he gets taken out as soon as the VVV guys spawn mid-street. And B will be taken for OpTic Gaming, and they're able to strike blood right away, finding one around the side, but he's going to get cleaned up though.
Yeah, and one thing you're going to note here is that VVV is running 2 ARs on Breakdown. That is something you do not see every day. And by every day, I mean ever.
You don't see a fad on, as well, so.
No.
Placer seems adamant on using it, so, I mean.
I don't know what exactly his class setup is with the fad, but, the recoil on it's insane. I mean, there's just spread everywhere, but as long as you have, can be like a little twitchy shooter like Placer's always kind of notoriously been, you can get away with using this gun.
Yeah, I wonder if it's, and I'm interested if you guys back at home have a particular reason as to why you believe that this is being used, because I actually want to know. But go ahead and jump over to Scump here and see as he's going to have 2 players right in his vicinity. In his general, finding another one as well. That's going to be a double kill for Scump. Can he follow it through around the corner? But he is going to notice that there's going to be one there. That's going to be a 4th, but he gets cleaned up on the side. And Scump is feeling great here. He is 12-3 right now, Scott. Absolutely unbelievable performance out of Scumpy. That's the dangerous factor for this team. Proofy and Scump, if both of them, Robo King, both of them are able to go. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Quadruple positive is normally a good thing, but, Scump, a little bit under the weather here, could just take a little bit of a warm-up, dude. I mean, everything I've seen from Scump online, he has been just savage. Like, he's so good right now. Like, the Scumpy here of old, and you're like, oh, this guy's just a beast.
Yeah.
That's now, there's very few people who can challenge him in a one-on-one gunfight.
Yeah, well, that's what I was telling you before. Like, we had this conversation a while ago because, I've always regarded Scump to be one of the greatest players to ever play Call of Duty. And, when he had that struggle when he just wasn't, clicking. Back then, it was just really weird. It was like, man, this is not the same Scump that I was used to seeing throughout all of MW3. But needless to say, though, seems like old Scump's found his form right back, though. VVV is going to be pinned inside of the A, and they have to fight their way out of this one, though. But with Scump lingering, never mind. Realize, very wise up there.
He sniffed him out.
Yeah,
a little bit of a bloodhound here as Proofy's going to push in. If you look at your mini-map, you can see exactly how OpTic Gaming explains this, right? So they end up spawning around mid-map here right at red, and then they just flood right through crates. Proofy is forcing the members of VVV to come all the way back. And you're just going to see the arrows turn around here, and now they have no pressure on B. It's brilliant.
Yeah, well, luckily for them, they were only able, for VVV, they sent only 1 player to take care of that situation, and they were able to win it. But it seems like B is going to be contested as OpTic members are getting cleaned out of B there. His teammates are going to be there for the save. Scump and Proof getting a double there with Proofy's single. That's going to be some good stuff for them as they get aggressive on the crate side. And let's see if they're going to be able to pin them in here.
Ooh, go to Scump, buddy.
Yeah.
25. Are you kidding
know.
me?
I'm trying to spread love here.
Sometimes you just got to accept it.
Just do, and it's crazy because, you have Nate shot 4 and 8, but that is not even a factor when you have Scump playing the way that he's playing right now. You got to just, at what point does it become unfair?
Yeah, I mean, this is the point. I mean, he's almost has more kills than 3 members of VVV put together.
Oh, man. And that is just not, you're actually right about that one.
Yeah, as long as you include Realize in the mix.
Yeah, if you include Realize. And he's just not having a great game here on Freight Dom. It seems like Scump's going to have his way bottom beer. He's going to get taken out back over to Proof here as he looks right by that beer alley. He gets cleaned up now. And Nade Shot, ever being
sneaky,
the
sneaky little kitten.
Sneaky little kitten, as he is going to get taken out, though. Never kill a kitten.
Oh, no, you can't.
No, you can't. That's not good. Not good for society. Needless to say, though, with 30 seconds left on the clock, this has been all OpTic Gaming. I mean, they came out in force on the back of Scump. 23-8. I mean, you got to give credit to Proofy as well. He went 15-12, and just seemed like VVV could not get their bearings together here in this matchup. Diabolic is going to take out Clay, but not before he was able to get a double kill, though, with that Fad. And 9 seconds remaining after the replay here. 107 to 50. 109 to 57. I apologize. 109 to 57. I mean, again, they're just hyped up and they're energetic and they're ready to go. And VVV is definitely questioning what's going on right now.
That's a lot of energy coming out of side 1. OpTic Gaming just screaming.
That's right.
Screaming. And you know what, dude? That's the one thing that also kind of benefits them here. Because since we weren't able, with the mix amp issue, we weren't able to actually get soundproof headphones. And as everyone knows, Clayster sits directly next to his opposition every time, because if they don't wear the headphones, he's going to be directly in their head.
Yeah.
So, and plus when he looks over there mid-game, like, he's possibly a serial killer.
You just look up, be like, you know, give him that glare.
Yeah, like, I don't.
Really angry glare. That's how my angry face is.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, your angry face is literally a smile.
Yeah. By the way, everything's going to be all right. So 109 to 57 was that score. OpTic Gaming is in the lead by 52 points here going into the second half. Good maths. Going into the half, 52. We, you know, 26 was doable.
Yeah, 26 was doable.
Is 52 doable though?
I think.
Like, you know, I don't know how I feel about that.
We've seen one in competitive play, 150-point comeback, and that was SB versus Complexity at regionals.
That's right.
I think after that, I don't know if it's possible, and especially on a map like Freight, like you're looking at they have to play it perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah. No, that's right. Now we're going to see how this works out. Of course, time is going to be ticking right now. We have side number 2 coming up next here, a plus 52-point lead. I just don't know how VVV is going to respond. We got to kick it off with Diabolic here from VVV and just, you know, see what he's going to do. I mean, I'm looking at Diabolic and Flawless to be the main guys here to be able to make something happen.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure. I think VVV, obviously they're not going to do okay with kills just because they are going to be running 2 ARs. So, but I mean, those 2 ARs, they're not doing a whole lot for their team. I mean, if you are VVV, you have to just go 4 subs. You have to make up 50 points, man.
I got to give credit to OpTic Gaming there off the break. They got so aggressive on their side, and Scump has won that one as well. He ends up getting a double there. I don't know why I'm not watching him. Please, I'm sorry, everyone. But Flawless, though, he is going to get a double kill of his own. Scump's going to be right below him, though. Let's see how he's going to be able to respond to this. Of course, pressure is going to be coming as VVV not able to get control of B. But, and you thought he was going to be able to get that one player circling around red. Not going to be the case. Diabolic now going to be in this position as he is going to get dropped, too. And that is just not good for anyone. Realize, though, this is the guy that needs to step it up here in this matchup. Surprisingly enough, though, Sender 0-4, not the way you want to start things off here in this domination Freight side 2.
Nope, not good here. Flawless has 1. Will he make it 2? And he does 2. Members
you can always rely on Flawless's AR. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most consistent things I've ever seen as a caster.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? You know, Flawless is one of those players that just doesn't get recognition.
Yeah, well,
you know, that's just how it is.
Well, you know, I feel like he's the kind of guy who kind of prefers it that way too. I mean, he just likes to get the job done. You know what I mean? That's why I've always come to respect Flawless there as a player. But now VVV, they're getting aggressive, and this is what we need to see. And you got to take that Flawless AR and take it over to the crates because this is going to be the good spot. But they end up losing control of B, and now you have 3 down there for VVV. Flawless gets taken out. There just wasn't much he could do there. He needs his teammates to show up and be able to get those kills. And Sender finding one, that's actually going to be his second. Going for the third, not going to be the case.
Proofy just got a double Semtex kill to stop them from actually getting beat. So that's going to be a pretty big dagger. I mean, you're looking at right around the 2-minute mark, you can almost write off VVV in this map 1.
Yeah.
You can almost just say they're out.
Probably. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right, more than likely. I mean, unless they step it up and they're able to get like a trip cap and make magic happen on this screen, I just don't see it being the case.
Scump is making them his just.
Yeah, we're going to switch over to Scump right now. He's 12-4. He's just having his way with them. This is insane. Placer, though, is going to be the guy we're switching over to. We'll join Scump back in a little bit there to see what's going on with him off the respawn. 12-5 yet again, pushing over by Red, of course, trying to see if he can find some players. Finding one, that's going to be right to the belly there, as Scump was on his belly with that prone. That was a good read from him. Finding one bottom fire, that's going to be clean up for him. And Scump, it just seems like he's running around.
Oh my God, he's a wizard, dude.
He's having too much fun here, and when Scump has fun, it is just dangerous. That's going to be another kill, and he almost got that one there off of the head glitch. That would have been disgusting. But Clayster, and look at what Clay's doing. I mean, at this point, you know, VVV just does not have an opportunity to be able to push out here. It's, you said, 2-minute mark, and they're down by a considerable amount. This could very well be curtains here, Gandhi.
This is not looking good. I mean, Scump is on an absolute tear. Placer and the rest of the guys are just putting themselves in a position to where they can keep eyes on B. They have a 52-point lead. Like, you have to try to lose a 52-point lead. And with that said, they have a lot of momentum rolling into the search and destroy here, which is going to be on Warhawk, which everyone knows they're good at. But, three-piece! Yeah!
Nate shot with a three-piece. That was going to be a big kill there for him, of course, and a big motivational boost as well for OpTic Gaming to keep that momentum going for them. Great plays there out of Nade's shot. Huge, huge. Now that's going to just continue to just pretty much just stop this run here that VVV's had. I mean, it's safe to say with 1 minute left on the clock.
Real quick. Look at this. So we just saw 3 members of VVV actually go into red as a way to push out here. That's an old OpTic strategy. They used to stack red to try to push through crates, and then they were like, you know, let's just win gunfights.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't work when you try to stack red.
Yeah, and they just not able to make anything happen here, despite it all.
Nope.
53 seconds left on the clock, 84-48. OpTic Gaming firmly in the lead. Thank you to Scump, really. If you're an OpTic fan, you are thanking Scump, because don't get me wrong, everyone else on OpTic Gaming showing up, but the fact that Scumpy is 21-10, he was 25-9 in the first half. 25-9.
46
now
bomb.
He's 21-10. I mean,
bomb.
That's insane, dropping 40.
God. He's got another guy here. Oh, God.
If he would have gotten that, then really this would have just been insane. So VVV now, they have to bounce back after this very I would say they're disappointed because they felt like they could bring more to the table against OpTic Gaming. Sender and I were talking last night. He felt very confident in their matchup.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when you have Scump going off the way that he has been, it's, you know, it's very, you got to just get everything back together and just say, well, you know what, it's time to back to the drawing board. Search and Destroy is up next. 104-58 is the final score. OpTic Gaming winning both sides with a score of over 100, 104-58.
That was a complete spanking. Like, that was they annihilated. I'm actually shocked that game 1 was a tie looking back at this, but holy hell.
Yeah.
The scary thing here is, I know you were saying that Scump was going off.
For Scump.
Yeah, I know you were saying Scump was going
Almost
off.
50
I literally think Scump is just at that point where that's his level. I really do. Like, you know when you watch Crim and you're like, he's a turret. Like, Crim just kills everything. I think Scump has hit that rhythm.
All right, well, we're going to see if anyone can get like that on VVV, or if Search and Destroy is going to fare a little bit more in their favor. Of course, we have Search and Destroy on Warhawk coming up next, guys, so you're not going to want to miss this one. OpTic Gaming up in the series 1-0 over VVV Gaming. This is their time to answer back VVV if they're able to do so. Of course, we'll get a tied series going into the Blitz, and Octane Blitz, as a matter of fact, but that's a whole other story after we come back, and we'll see you in just a few.